Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cousins in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it will not stop me. So angel number 26. I hope y'all are doing well. So, sorry y'all. I'm like in the midst of trying to like get this, my desktop is like looking all crazy right now. So I'm trying to get it out the way. So I may have to jump. I gotta like, I'm double dipping today. Angel number 47. All right, God, what information do you have for us to become the ancestor? Let me take a deep breath. The last message almost took it out of me, y'all. Literally almost took it out of me. But I gotta jump on this meeting in a minute, so that's why I'm letting y'all know I may have to pause for a second just to get on that call. So this may be a really quick message. I'm not gonna turn this off. I was about to turn off this video because I'm like, this is all over the place, but I'm here. All right, God, guardian angels, ancestors, beings of light. What information do you have for us to become the alchemists of our lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? God, please deliver these messages to me and through me. Make it as clear as possible. So the two cards that came out, ooh, beautiful, is illumination. Illumination is this bright yellow card. The yellow is all about our solar plex, standing in our power. I am going to get some more information about this, but just right away, I just get it with this illumination and it's being a yellow card. I feel like there's things about yourself that is about to be awakened within you. And God is just asking you to allow that to like awaken like a new energy within you. Does that make sense? Like I feel like something is being awakened inside of you that you've kind of forgot about. Like say it's like a childhood dream that you haven't known about and like you've kind of forgot about, or you just told yourself that you couldn't do. And like I feel like now something has happened in your life where it's like reawakening that into you, and it's like illuminating this new desire, this new passion for you. And I feel like God is saying, allow that to lead you and continue to stand in your power and die to all the old ways of being, because this card of death came out. With black, I don't really know what the black card symbolize, so I'm not going to pretend that I do know. But I do feel like something new is being awakened to you so that you can die to the old way of being. And angel number 320, this may feel like magic, but it is not magic. It is universal law. So it's like something that you totally forgot about is going to be reawakened inside of you. And instead of allowing fear to lead, die to those old ways of being and allow this new thing to grow and be. Okay? So let's look at this card of awakening. Yellow is perhaps the most polarizing of all colors. It is also associated with the sun, gold, divinity, positivity, and self-esteem. And at the same time, it correlates to illness and cowardice. Yellow is connected to the solar plex center, which is often thought of as the second brain. It helps us control our moods and emotions, needs beyond what our first mind tells us. It is also tied to the adrenaline glands, which trigger the fight or flight response, resulting in anxiety. Yellow is a primary color and also a highly visible color. It is also the color that the human eye is most sensitive to, and as a result, it's often used to signal safety or caution. So I think caution, because it's like it says if you draw okay, let's look at this. It's like as this new thing, that makes sense. As this new thing is being awakened in you, is going to signify your fight or flight reflex, and God is saying, fight for it, go for it. Don't allow it to make you fall away. Illumination. During this card, illumination. Drawing this card is like turning on a light in a pitch black room. When the room is dark, it can feel unfamiliar, scary, and mysterious. However, once the lights are on, you can see and feel the truth of your situation and approach what you've illuminated with a deeper knowing and ease. So I also feel like maybe what it's saying from you going from light to dark. Again, I do still feel like it's something within you that is being awakened, but I also feel like there is something that's going to happen in your life that is going to force you to look at the truth of your situation. Like sometimes you don't realize that you're not seeing things clearly. I'm going to give you a really personal example. When I was younger, I used to have, I mean, not even just younger, like almost into college. Like I used to always tell people like I was a daddy's girl. I love my dad. Like my dad was just like my hero. And I had this dream one time where I was being chased by men who wanted to kill me. And I went to where I knew my dad would be. And I go to my dad and I'm like panicking, like they're trying to kill me, blah, blah, blah. And then the people outside the house was like, either put her out or we gonna shoot up the house. And my daddy put me out. Like shoved me out the house. And I woke up like just crying. And I called my mom and I was like, oh my God, my daddy don't love me. Like it was just literally like this illumination. Like I'm like, my daddy don't love me. My daddy won't protect me. It was just like that dream was like my subconscious, like really speaking to me about my relationship with my father. And it wasn't until like, it really took for me to have that dream for me to really start examining my relationship with my dad more closely. And when I examined my relationship with my dad, I realized that like he wasn't always there for me, that he wasn't really nice to me, and that he really kind of let me down a lot. And so there was like this like cognitive dissonance or whatever that word is, like this distortion of my reality where it was like, even though this person was treating me like shit, I was really holding him in this high regard. You know, like I don't even know how my mind correlated that, but it was like after I had this dream, I couldn't look at my dad the same. I couldn't move the same because it's like I felt all of those feelings, and it also made me see the truth of our situation. And so it took me maybe 2 years after the dream, I finally wrote my dad a letter and I told him like how I feel. And like it was like, it wasn't just that dream. But it was like after that dream, I just started to see things differently. Like we would have a family, say we have a family game night. And you know how it always gets, we drinking, and then people start talking about the past. And I realized like I didn't even have the same childhood that my brothers and sisters had. I realized like, it's so funny because it's like I realized why I didn't feel close to my brothers and sisters. I realized why I didn't feel close to my cousins and them. And it's because my daddy kicked me out of his house at the age of 13, 14. I was in the ninth grade. And me and him, I never went back over there like that. Like we didn't even really truly make up until I went away to college. And then I was in Virginia for 4 to 5 years. So it's like all of that time happened, and it didn't just affect my relationship with him, it affected everything attached to him. So I wasn't even close to my grandma on that side. So it's like angel number 848, my grandma had died and I didn't feel emotional about it, but it's because I wasn't connected to her. So it's like, because after that dream and then looking at my life differently, I end up dying to that way. And like now me and my dad relationship is kind of estranged. And it's because even though I told him how I feel, he's really not trying to make it better. It's like I kind of feel like he just feels like I should just get over it. Like, that was the childhood, that happened in the past. Get over it. Like, you're here now. But it's like I can't get over it because that's my whole fucking life. Like, it's like you don't realize that this event created my life. Like, it set the tone for my life. Before then, I was a very confident, kind of talkative. I talk back. And it was that time of my life where 13, 14, very informative, where the first time that I stood up for myself, my dad kicked me out of his household. On Christmas, he told me he didn't have a kid. Never apologized for that. Like, literally, my brother, he called my brother to ask my brother what he wanted for Christmas. And I heard my dad tell him, my brother was like, well, you want to hear what Amber want? And he was like, I ain't got no daughter. Literally said that to me. And mind y'all, this all happened because I said I didn't want to babysit his kids because I don't have kids no more. Because I don't have kids. So it's like, he just wants me to get over it because, you know, he's from the South and he has shit with his parents and he feels certain type of way. But it's like, I can't get over it because that created who I am. You know, like, it's not, it was so fucking earth shattering that I can't just fucking get over it. I can't just be like, oh, okay, let's just build a relationship. Like, and it's like, especially when you're still not trying to do better. Angel number 1040, for my birthday this year, he was not in town for my birthday. On my actual birthday, he sent me a fucking text message. And then, matter of fact, the week leading up to my birthday, didn't ask me anything about what you doing for your birthday, how, blah, 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 blah. And I think when he was getting closer to it, one day he called me to tell me about my auntie birthday, what they doing for her birthday, nothing about mine. And then on my actual birthday, he called me and sent me a text message like, oh, well, can we meet up the day after? The day after ain't my fucking birthday. Didn't call me, send me a text message to say happy birthday. So it's like, why am I stressing myself out to build a relationship with you when you never tried? You never even got out of your fucking comfort zone. And so it's like, as much as it hurts me to realize that the man that I put on this pedestal is actually the reason why I accepted all these fucked up relationships, because he fucked up my reality. Like, it's just, you know, so it's like, I can't just get over it. And though that illuminated and it awakened and it changed my whole life, it also brought me peace because I was recognizing, oh, well, this is why this didn't happen. And this is why I don't feel this way. And this is why I'm not close to this person. It's like, I'm not crazy. I'm not just this fucked up person. This thing happened and my whole life changed. But it's, if we don't ever examine ourselves, if we don't ever look at what really happened to us, we'll just have shit happen and think that we crazy. You see what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. I be telling y'all all my business, all my business, all my little business, but it's the truth, you know? Like, I can't change what happened to me. And it's like, I can't act like it didn't happen, you know? Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's look up the death card as well. I am curious about what that black means. As with all colors, our association with black are varied and complex. The link between death, black, and the underworld goes back to ancient culture. Many gods and goddesses of the underworlds are represented by the color black, including the ancient Egyptian god of the afterlife, the Hindu goddess of death and time, among other things. These associations with death can implicit feelings of fear, but that's just one perspective. Like white, black can be understood either as the absence of all color or no color. For the ancient Egyptians, black also represented fertility. Black is often used in spell work that has to do with protection and can be used to absorb negativity and energy. So that's what the color black means. The black card is an invitation to step into a new phase of your life, which makes sense. Let's just see what this card means. The death card in a reading is not about literal death, but instead about a phase or a cycle of your life that is dying out. Like the leaves falling from the branches in the fall, this part of your life needs to die out to create space for new leaves to emerge in the spring. This can sometimes be difficult, and it's only natural to mourn if you feel like you need to. Just know that a whole new phase of your life is getting ready to be born. Angel number 1420. And so, though it was hard for me, very, very hard for me to illuminate or to recognize that, you know, my dad is not who I thought he was, the thing is, it also allowed me to, it's like, it hurt and I'm still dealing with the after effects, but it's like it doesn't hurt as much because it's like now that I know that, it's like I can die to those phases of like making myself be a victim, putting myself in situations where I'm uncomfortable. It's like now that I know that, I can make a more informed decision. I can stop trying to fit myself somewhere that it doesn't fit. And it also allowed me to realize that, you know, I may not have had the best relationship with my dad, but that doesn't mean that God won't put a father figure in my life. If that's something that I desire, I just have to know that me desiring it, God will eventually bring it to me. So it's like dying to realizing that my dad is never going to change, but also illuminating to the fact that that doesn't mean that I can't get that love elsewhere. Okay. Angel number 1523. I don't know. I really hope all of that helps you. I honestly don't even know where to go from there. Let's do just some really, really quick tarot. All right, God. Clarify this message of illumination, death. What are you trying to get us to understand? What is our energy? What's being illuminated in our life? What are you asking for us to die away to? Also, it's like, look at this. The way that these cards came out, it's like, Angel number 1555, it's like you're going from the darkness to the light. You know, this illumination, whatever's coming up in your life is going to take you out of the darkness and put you into light. All right, God, give us what is our energy towards illumination and death? No room for doubt or contribution. Yes. Okay. So for illumination, the Two of Cups came in. So whatever is about to be illuminating in your life, and I also love the synchronicity here because it's a whole bunch of yellow here and it's yellow here. So letting you know that this is all about you coming into power, and whatever is happening is bringing you into power, into balance. And so whatever comes up over this next week or this next month or so, just know that it's happening to bring you into balance, for you to accept all parts of yourself, to you accept your masculine and your feminine side. Another thing that I'm realizing is like me being in this, like it started with something as small as recognizing that my dad is not, my dad is not who I thought he was. But then that also made me realize, oh, well, that's why I didn't become an actress, or that's why I never thought that I could go after my dreams, because of this event that happened just 3 years ago. If you were in a place where you were confident and you were standing in your power and you were standing up for yourself, and a parent rejected you or kicked you out of your house, of course you're not going to feel confident when another parent tells you, oh, you can't be an actress, you got to go into this, you got to get a realistic major. You're going to do whatever that parent tells you to do because you already lost one parent. So it's like, once I realized, like, oh, this one event, like so many of my choices was based off of that, and that's how I started living for their fear. That's how I lost my confidence. It's like, now once you know that, you can reiterate that within yourself. It's like, now I know who I am. Now I have that clarity of, oh, it's not that I was a coward, or it's not that I wasn't smart enough or I wasn't strong enough. It's just that this event happened in my life and it completely took me off my path. But the beauty is I got back on my path, right? So it's like, that's why you come back to the Two of Cups. The Cups is all about wish fulfillment. And the Two of Cups, like, some people see this as a man and a woman, and some people would look at this and be like, oh, partnership, or it means like somebody coming in your life. But for me, I'm not getting that energy. I'm getting this, whatever's coming up, it's coming up to bring you into balance, for you to accept your masculine, your feminine ways. Also, I was realizing, like, me denying that that I can be kind of masculine. Like, I can be a go-getter. But I was also denying parts of that. Like, I remember, because this is going to sound silly, but it's the truth, I am a big fan of Oprah. And Oprah said, I'm always a person that believes success leaves clues. And Oprah used to say all the time, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. You got to choose. And it was like, I don't know, it just felt like in 2010 and 2011, like that, when I was in college, it felt like the world was telling Black women, if you are too smart, if you are too strong, then you are going to be alone. Then you are not going to have a mate. You are not going to have unity. So you need to make a choice. Are you going to be this go-getter bitch, or are you going to be a mom? And I just knew that I always wanted to be a mom. Like, I always wanted love because I never got it when I was a child. So I always wanted love. And I remember maybe it was like my senior year of college, like I literally was praying to not get a job because my boyfriend was like, oh, so that means you're gonna be in DC for a year. And so it was like I was playing small my whole life because I thought I had to make this decision on, oh, either I'm gonna be a go-getter or I'm gonna be a mom. I'm gonna be a powerful woman in my career or I'm gonna be a mom. And it's like, after I realized that, and it kind of literally, once I illuminated to the truth about my dad, everything just came, like all of those things about myself, how I was playing small, how I was allowing people to use me, how I was chasing love. I recognized that about myself. And then I was able to bring myself into balance. So whatever is coming up is going to come up, but it's coming up to bring you into balance, to accept your masculine and your feminine side. Now I accept my feminine side, that's my intuitive side, this card stuff, but I also accept my masculine side. That's me going after these, me doing these videos, me, doing my task list, me being aggressive on here, or not being afraid to be amped. Like, that's because I accept all sides of myself. This has been a very big theme this week about accepting every part of yourself. For death, what came up is the five of staffs, and I love this because when do you see this? The Five of Staffs is just a lot of confusion. Normally it's like people fighting in here, but here it just look like people all have the wands are all about passions. And I think about this as like having a friend group, but everybody has their own type of way of viewing things, and like you being unable to just walk your path or do the things that you desire because you're so entangled with these other people. And I feel like what God is saying is die to that. Whatever is being awakened, whatever situation happens this week is happening so that you can be into balance and that you can die from allowing other people to lead you. Okay? Angel number 2152. I honestly don't want to beat this message over the head, but I do want to get some very quick. God, with this Two of Cups, the Five of Staffs, the illumination, and death, what are you trying to get us to understand about this message of what's being illuminating in our life? What does... Yeah, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not an illumination card. I'm going to do a work your light. Whatever I desire, I acquire did come up. Angel number 2233. So if there's things that you desire, don't deny that part of yourself. Allow that to illuminate you. Die to those parts of you that say that you can't have whatever you desire. But I really don't think that this is a message that's talking about manifestations. I really feel like this is a message that it's time for you to come into balance within yourself. It's time for you to come into union with yourself and to die to allowing other people to lead. Yeah, I feel like I should just leave it there. God, clarify this message of Two of Cups, illumination, Five of Staffs, and death. God, allow no room for doubt or confusion. What are you trying to get us to understand? What event is about to happen in our life to get us to see the truth about ourselves? How can we easily go through this portal of dying to other people's expectations? How can we die to chaos and confusion? What's being illuminated in our life, God? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Give us one card only, God. Did y'all see that? Align your life. What is not aligned with answering the call? What is your soul calling you to do? So again, I feel like something is being illuminated in your life. Something is coming up for you to realize either this is in alignment with you or it's not in alignment with you. Angel number 2405. Okay. Align your life. What is this? We got this card, but we never read this card. And this is an inquiry card. So something that you need to ask yourself. What is not aligned or needs to change? What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclical beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of our only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclical nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it is harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are. To surrender to how we have changed and align to the life to surrender to how we have changed and align life to the way of being. If you pull this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were and the things that you once defined yourself by. The job, the relationship, the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. And embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person you came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances. It is time to assess and bring all parts of your life into alignment so they are congruent with who you truly are today. What in your life is not aligned or needs to change? So, God is asking you to answer the call. You have lived your life for other people. You have lived your life settling for less than what you deserve. And God is just asking you at this time, it's time for you to really look at the truth of your situation and ask yourself, what is not aligned? What needs to change? And even if it's come down to some of your most, personal and I don't even know if we call it, most personal relationships. Like, I just feel like we have to realize that our soul chose our parents. Our parents always say that shit. I brought you in this world, I could take you out. But we have to realize our soul chose to come into certain circumstances. And sometimes our soul came to come into circumstances to learn how to love ourselves, to learn how to bring ourselves into balance. And it's not for us to stay stuck in those circumstances, but for us to do the things that are best for us to overcome and to become who we are meant to be. Do you hear what I'm saying? I don't know what needs to leave out of your life. But I know it's not popular to say that if a parent is not treating you right, then you need to disassociate. I know it's not popular to say that I no longer have a desire to work on my relationship with my dad. I know that's not popular because people say, well, you only get one parent, but it's like, it's like I get it and I feel them and I want that for it, but it's like I can't continue to be in a situation that doesn't make me feel good. I can't continue to be in a situation that feels like I'm being stabbed every single time. I can't be in a situation when I'm trying to become who I'm trying to become and they're trying to keep me small or they're trying to force me to be something else. I can't continue to put myself in that situation no matter who they are. So I don't know what it is in your life that you may be working through, but I just ask that you see the truth of it and recognize that it's not coming up for you to feel sad or for you to judge yourself, but just to bring yourself in balance. Okay? All right, guys. Angel number 2740. That is all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message and you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you and never let anyone tell you what you cannot do. If you would like to donate to me or get a book a personal reading or tell me that you're interested in a personal reading, all that information is down below. Talk to you soon. Bye.